Big news event. Damn it.
We'll just edit it, dude. Just go about your business.
Wait,
God.
I'll edit it.
Wish it didn't show me that it was recording. That
I
I would
know it lets you know. It's weird. But anyway,
Because, dude,
ladies and
there's
gentlemen,
laws against people being recorded. You need to, you need to know.
yeah, well,
hey, I guess it is what
I'm
it
behind
is.
something.
All right, Logan, go ahead. Go ahead.
Thank you, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Sunday Exception. I'm your host, Logan, here with my co-host, Jesse, and our frequent guest, Zach Bala. What is up, brother?
Happy to be here, like always.
No, you're not.
No, you're not.
No, you're not.
We dragged Zach out from his rock today so he could be a part of this episode, but we are glad he's here nonetheless.
Today it was the last day of my work week before vacation. I totally forgot about this.
Forgot after telling me this is the day he wanted to record.
Get home, it's freezing, it's pissing, cats and dogs.
Can't
And I
confirm.
get high. I'm trying to chill the rest of the night. And then 8 o'clock comes around. I've been chilling. Another thing that happened when you text me like 6, reminding me I had just gorged myself with Chick-fil-A. So I was like, how's the food baby going? And I don't know if
Jesus.
they changed their chicken or something, but it was kicking.
In a
So
good way.
No.
yes.
No.
Dude, it's good.
It's not.
I think it's like
But
crispier.
it's different, you're saying.
I think so. It's like crispier.
I can dig it.
It's good.
Dude, this is the unpopular opinion. Chick-fil-A sucks.
Ugh.
I don't
You're alone. You're alone on that island, buddy.
Dude, their chicken, nah, miss me. If I'm getting a chicken sandwich, I'm going to Popeyes.
Okay, I mean not the worst.
Our
That's
Popeyes around here sucks.
yeah. That chicken is really flimsy over there. I remember I got. Oh wait, you're where you're at, not near college. Okay. Well, go ahead, Jess.
Zach, what's that place in Myrtle Beach? The the fast food place that we stop at.
Look out.
The other one.
Bojangles. Now we're
Bojangles,
talking.
dude. Yo,
Now we're
so
talking.
I don't know
Chicken.
why. I don't know why it just popped in my head. But a couple weeks ago in the locker room, I was sitting in the coach's office, and this might have been at the end of practice because there's only a couple kids left in the locker room. But
Yeah.
this one kid, Jace, he was talking to this kid about like their favorite fast food places, and
Mhm.
Jace whips out, dude, have you ever been to Bojangles? That place is awesome. That's not what I don't remember what he said of it, but he did say that's his favorite, and
Mhm.
it blew my mind.
That Bojangles was his first option.
Yeah,
Is he wrong?
No,
that,
no. I mean, it's southern. It's like, isn't it southern?
yeah, there's no
Or southern.
Bojangles here. I never heard of it until we were down there last
That,
last year, I think.
yeah, that checks out. Yeah, dude, Bojangles is nice, and they give you like, I'm pretty sure. I hope I'm not getting it mixed. I actually might be getting it mixed up with Zaxby's. You ever had that? Zaxby's is pretty nice, but Zaxby's also gives you a shit ton of chicken. Like I remember getting like a combo meal, like 5 tenders that were like that big.
You know who has good tenders? Buffalo Wild Wings.
Mhm.
They're all right.
I've never been there.
What?
Yeah, I've never been there.
Do you not have one out your way?
We
That
do. I
way?
just never been there.
I'm missing that.
I mean you're not, but I also like feel like that's kind of cap. I don't know why. I can't put my finger on it, but that sounds cap to me.
Yeah, I've never been there.
Never been to Buffalo Wild Wings. Not even once?
At
Like in
least
school?
no.
You never went there like for a team dinner after like a win or something? Like
Oh,
nothing?
we never did that, dude. That wasn't a thing.
Oh, maybe that's just this area.
Oh no, dude. Just the football team didn't do that shit.
Oh.
And I don't remember ever really. Actually, we did do that for track.
Hmm.
But dude, track was
Look,
such a
what's on your
different
phone, dude?
sport.
No, I'm actually picking at my finger.
Well,
That's
stop
what
it.
something was bothering me.
You get it?
Yeah. It
What
was
was it?
it was a piece of, it was it was literally a piece of skin. I think I got like some adhesive, construction adhesive on it because it was
Working man.
like a little patch right there. I was just peeling it off, but it took some of my skin with it.
Didn't you
That
get
was,
it fixed until 8 o'clock when we started the podcast, dude?
no, I noticed it. Some of
Ah.
it peeled in the shower, and it gave me a little starting spot. So then I started working it.
Did you get it now? Is it good?
It's good,
I'm good.
but that definitely commanded at least like 40% of my attention in the last 10 minutes.
Oh, I thought you were like,
I was listening. I was just focused on just fucking. Oh, I gotta
oh,
stop.
no.
No.
But regardless of that, though, this podcast, I want to talk about some of our recent exercise conquests. So, just
Exercise conquest.
yeah,
You
just
start off.
I'll start. So we'll just do anything you went like semi hard in recently. So I started out this week. I took my 45-pound kettlebell and my 30-pound kettlebell outside, but I also took my 50-pound barbell out with me and started. So I started all. I did snatches, did like 3 sets of those, press to a squat, just with the bar. All this is just the bar, but I did like 4 sets of that. Regular squats, 3 sets, split squats, 3 sets, and then I did some kettlebell exercises,
Sets of
some
10.
pull, huh?
Sets of 10.
Sets of 10, yeah, generally for all. Did some kettlebell stuff. I broke out the bands just at the end because I was already kind of hitting everything at that point. Um, the last thing I did was I put the bar above my head and I walked up and down my driveway like twice, just holding it above my head the entire time, and it's sloped like this. So
Logan the other day, and he was telling me some of the workouts that he's doing in his backyard, like with just other families observing.
yeah.
Tell the one that involves your Jeep.
Oh, the that's the band one. Or oh no. So what he's referring to is, so I take my 16-ounce gloves and I'll turn my Jeep around and I'll just start lining up punches on the tire on the back, the spare tire on the back. And 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 like I do have to wrap my hands and I can't really hit it that hard, but like if I hit it in a sweet spot, basically between the treads but before the rim, like right in there, but I can't hit these either, so it's like it's got to be perfect. But if I hit that spot, I can hit that kind of hard, like if I'm throwing a shot at a heavy bag. But that's it, and it's like that's my only
And did your neighbor
cushion,
come and surprise you the one day?
huh?
Your neighbor drive up and surprise you the one day?
Yeah, unfortunately. I didn't see him back there. I say unfortunately because when I do when I do that workout, I tend to do like rotational stuff too. So I had my sledgehammer standing up like right next to my car, on top of me sitting there throwing body shots onto my tire, just parked.
Psych.
And yeah, I mean, he pulled up with his girlfriend, and she looked a little confused, but I think he's seen me before, so he didn't look too
He's
phased by it. He's like, that's just Logan, but
a baking bowl.
yeah,
Dude, you probably look like a freaking nut out there, just
I
socking,
do.
socking your tire.
Dude, he was
Get a
talking about
punching
getting a
bag.
cold plunge and putting it on his front porch.
Yeah, That
It's
I'm
like a
still
shared
considering.
front porch.
Dude,
Dude, I would just tuck it in the corner. Like get a horse trough and just set it up out there, fill it up with the water, and like it would work perfect in the wintertime. Summertime I'd have to manually go get ice, but
yo,
wintertime throw
oh,
some,
okay.
just like it'll just be cold every morning I go out there, like ice or not, like it's a cold plunge.
Yo, Logan, is your shower just like a shower, or is there like a tub with it?
Just a shower.
Ah,
Okay.
okay.
If we had that, I would just be doing it in the tub, definitely.
Yeah, that would be the cold plunge.
Yeah, but you can get like a like a big horse trough for like $100. Like it's like between like 100 and $130, and I'm like, you just gotta patch holes if they ever come up. But it's like they're some kind of metal. I don't know if they're I think they're aluminum, but you can get aluminum or plastic, and I think the plastic's cheaper, but it's like an inch and a half thick.
Freeze to the bottom of the aluminum.
Huh?
That's will freeze to the bottom of the aluminum.
Oh, yeah, aluminum would kind of hurt. I feel like that would like it's obviously going to be cold already, like getting in it, but then when you're like sitting on the ground, like the bottom of it, like that's going to be real fucking cold.
Yo, so what are the benefits of the cold plunge? Like I see like everyone does them, right? Well, not everyone, but
Mm.
like I see videos of people doing them. Like, what are the benefits of
I
it?
think this is a good this kind of is leans into our conversation on good workouts. The thing that like did endorphins that get released from like a nice pump and good workout. I think that's what gets released from the cold plunges too, and it just is like that good mood feeling.
That's correct, and it's all you get a very big hit of dopamine from it too. It's almost like hitting some kind of drug. Like that's why people are like addicted to it, because once you do it, like it's addicting because you feel the feeling of it. I was listening to some doctor talk about the feeling of it can last like the the feeling you feel internally and mentally from it, you can feel that from up to 4 hours. So people start their day like that, and by the time they're get to lunch, like
That's a way to wake up.
yeah, like you're not asleep your whole morning, like you're cognitively aware, like everything's flowing, like that's got to be something.
And like one of the longer term effects, your body's dealing with it's a stressful environment, so your body learns to process that stress better the more you do it.
Yes.
Better.
And it's an intense amount of stress because your body is trying to like heat itself up simultaneously, and which is and
Superman's
so
been staring at the sauna, and he's saying I need to get a cold pack for my nuts when I go in the sauna.
don't do that. Oh wait, cold. Oh, when you're in the sauna, not in general, right?
Right.
Okay, that might have some traction to it, because if you're
And I think it really just fucks with your semen, which
yeah, I
like,
don't know
I'm
if it's
not fucking having any kids right now, so I really don't care.
yeah.
But if I
Until you wanna, until wait, you said you don't want to have kids right now.
yeah, so I mean,
Like,
I
like,
don't think
like right now, or like right now, like you don't want to have kids at all.
no, right now.
Oh,
Like I'm not trying to have kids right now.
Yeah, so it's not that big of a deal until you're like at that
But if
point,
that's
and
like messing with testosterone, then I'm like, all right, maybe a cold pack.
which I don't think that I feel like that might just strictly be like your reproductive like sperm.
I think so.
And I hate that I just said it like there's different kinds of sperm, which there definitely isn't, but I think that's
The
generally
whole
what
spectrum of
generally
sperm, actually.
yeah.
Do you have the flag for it? All sperm powder.
Oh, Hmm. Put it
Oh,
on a poster.
um, good workout I had recently.
Yeah, let's hear it.
Monday I did legs, and what I really wanted to do that I did not get to on Sunday was squats because
me
I saw
too.
you did not get you didn't do it.
I didn't get to the squats either, probably because Well, finish your story and I'll get into mine.
I saw so like the last time I did squats, it was just that my form was just so bad I could feel it, like
Really?
insane. And I saw this video that like said that it's not super important to keep your feet shoulder width apart if you need to go a little further out, whatever
Oh
feels
yeah.
comfortable,
Yeah.
as long as your knees go over your toes. Dude, I can go get my floor or get my ass to the floor now. Like now that
Hmm.
I know
How
that, like,
close in were your feet?
huh?
How close
Like
in were your
shoulder width.
and you couldn't do it?
Nah, dude.
I go pretty wide too, so I
I'm
understand that. But it's like I think that also has to do with like being
balanced.
like, yeah,
Yeah.
Like if now that I can have my feet wider, it feels like my hips are more open and like I can actually engage my glutes more.
do you have your toes pointed forward or are you kind of out
No,
like this? Okay, yeah.
but before it was forward, and it felt like I was restricted or something. I don't know,
Mm-hmm. I
but
get that.
that's a good workout. I did do the hip adductions or abductions, whichever.
Yeah.
Pushing out.
Let me. So I did both, but the I got a crazy pump from the pushing in, and I stood up
Mm.
after that, like walked over to the water fountain and got a drink, and like my groins was freaking just, dude, it was
Oh, dude.
like a drop set. So I did like started like 130 pounds, went to like failure, and then dropped it to like 90, went to failure, 70 failure, 50 failure, all the way up to 30. I
Hmm.
got up. God damn.
Do you count your failure reps? Like, how many reps do you think you get in on those failure ones?
Um. No, I don't count those. Like
Oh,
it's
you just black out and go until you can't.
and then once I'm yeah, no, I don't really count those. But
Gotcha.
maybe I'll try that. See what's going on there. That's
Hmm.
interesting.
Or have someone count for you so you can be
I don't really have
fully.
a soulmate.
You don't have a swell. You'll get one eventually.
Eventually. I want someone to spot me for a bench.
That's how you meet one.
Yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah.
Mhm.
that is like the first date of like the gym culture is like that first guy you ask to spot you. Like he's gonna be your boy the rest of the
I don't
time.
like my bench isn't respectable enough for someone to spot me. So I'm gonna work on that a little bit more.
Can you do so we're talking single plate. You can do a single plate, right? Dude, you throw like a 10 or the next time you have to throw a plate on that, I think that's a respectable
I would
squat.
agree.
I'd bench.
I would agree. Two once when I get two plays, like, hey, bro, come here.
Oh yeah, dude. That's like a milestone.
Oh
Mhm.
my god, dude! One day, I'll get there.
Dude, I remember in high school, the milestone like I couldn't wait to get the that first play. Like once you hit that first play, dude, you feel like a badass.
You
You
feel
I
feel like
all.
a badass.
hit the first plate on Logan's bench.
Oh, you did. I do remember that. And that's 5 pounds heavier.
Really?
Yeah, like that's like 140 because the bar is 50.
Oh, okay.
So,
I did think that when I like started going to this Y in Chambersburg, their bars are like they seem real thin, and I was guess just from using that one.
hmm. Yeah, I don't know what it is. Like it's like barely a half inch. It's like something so because it's an Olympic barbell, but like they make barbells specific for different things. Like they'll have skinny ones, like the YMCA back in our hometown. Like that one had like very skinny bars, but they had a thick bar that you could specifically get out instead of being here. I'd be like here, kinda. That makes
Okay.
sense.
What do
But
you mean by skinny bars?
These
oh, I got one better. Our college rec center, the
Yeah.
bars they had in there. Would you say those bars felt thinner than a regular Then just say my bench press.
Dude, I don't think I ever benched at that, and I worked there. Sad.
Um, no, I
You never noticed that?
no. I guess I would say I just figured they were all the same, unless they were uh 35, 35 pounders.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, 35 pounders like they're always like little they don't fit on a traditional bench.
A
Yeah,
barbell curls.
What about the girls?
What do you call the bar for just like curls, like a barbell?
I think it's an easy curl. Easy bar?
What
No, easy bar.
easy bar,
a straight one?
straight bar.
Yeah, might be as simple as that.
And it pisses me off.
Say what?
We don't have any of those. We only have the easy bars, and it pisses me off.
Do they curl? Does it curl? Like, is there like a curve in the bar for your hands? Yeah, I like
I don't.
those.
I saw a video of Mike Mentor saying that like the straight bar gets you the most like peak on the bicep.
I feel it.
Yeah.
Definitely. The easy curl, it just the motion feels more natural, but it's because you're only like really you're engaging more of your forearm and like the outside of your bicep. Not when you're doing straight bar and your wrists are flat, you really feel that up your entire bicep. To me, at least, you feel it up your entire bicep.
I agree. Brad,
I don't.
You don't?
No, because like I use both. Like I use the straight bar attachment on on the cable machine,
Okay.
and I'll do the straight bar there, and then I'll use. They even actually have like the easy bar attachment for that, so I do that too. And I feel the
I don't
same.
touch it though.
But dude, it's all about the lockout. You kind of lock out the same, and then go up and squeeze. Like I don't. But I mean, I guess there would be. I
I
guess
think it's
that does make sense now that I think about it, because I mean, the
It
diff-
does make sense,
it
right?
does. Yeah, it does. It does.
Yeah.
but I think the part where it gets like weird is because you feel it in the same. So if I were to like draw on my arm, like if you're doing the easy curl, you feel it like up here on the outside, and then the inside, it's the same thing, but just like a little over.
Right.
You get what I mean? Like
Yeah.
they feel the same, but it's like an inch over or something. But what have you hit? You were talking about you didn't get the squats, but what
Yeah,
did you hit?
that was on Friday.
That was on
You had any
Friday.
Yeah.
pumps?
Huh?
You had any exceptional pumps?
What do you mean?
Just a fucking killer pump. Just one you're like, I
Yeah,
need.
Friday, because I did the legs on Friday, and then I went on the treadmill like I normally do, and then after that I was like feeling I'm gonna hit some arms a little bit.
Yes.
That's where I feel the most pump, I guess, is arm day.
I would agree.
And chest.
Yeah.
Yes.
But arms,
Back,
if I
dude.
can't lift them up all the way, I'm like, it was a good day.
Yeah.
No.
It was a good day.
What about
And
back?
no, not really.
Dude, I
I
struggle with
only
back.
know if I had a good back day is if I'm sore the next day.
Next day, yep, I would say the same thing. Which happened to me today after back day. So I was like, I guess that's
And leg day. Usually my last leg day, I guess Friday, I really didn't go that hard. But I mean, I put 6 plates on the leg press.
That's not bad.
yeah.
I mean,
Now,
I was
which
sore like when I left, but like the next day I was expecting to like have a hard time shitting. You know, like the drop down,
oh, dude,
It's
those
always
last couple,
and then
yeah.
getting up. I
Hmm.
haven't had problems. And dude, I haven't actually did legs in probably 2 months because I didn't go to the gym at all.
That was your first time and you weren't sore.
No, it's kind of
Eh,
weird.
Dang.
Kind of went hard.
I mean, I was sore when I left, but not the next day. I was expecting to have a hard time. And then
What is your? Do you start with the treadmill on your leg day, or do you finish
so
with it?
I usually end the day with the treadmill, but lately there's been treadmill people. Usually there's not, but lately there has been. So I try to get that done first.
Hmm. Do you walk backwards at all?
No,
You ever do that on the
Hey,
dude?
no,
I highly recommend it on the treadmill.
I'm
Do
cool.
like
I'm
point
cool.
0.3.
No, I'm all right. I'm not gonna do that.
Dude, I'm telling you, your legs will thank you and you feel it. Like it works
I have a
literally
dude.
everything in the front.
I have a whole setup. I have a whole setup. Like, dude, I go to the max incline. I think it's like 15. It is 15, and
Mhm.
then I'm chilling at a nice like 3 to 3.5. I'm chilling. I There's like a little like the outlets. There's an outlet right in front of me, and dude, this thing is like a unit of an outlet. Like it sticks out of the wall, you know,
Mhm.
and I could
Gym,
prop my huh.
what gym do you go to?
Oh, it's a hole. It's like a hole in the wall gym. It's like a
Like there were treadmill people.
oh no, dude, it's just one treadmill.
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
So like if I'm trying to get on a treadmill and someone else on it, like you can't. It's hard to gauge how long they're gonna be on it. You know what I mean? And I don't got patience to just wait around, and so I try to get that done first. But yeah, it's just a hole in the wall. It's like a garage type gym, but it's bigger than a garage. Like that's the kind. It's like an old school retro gym.
Got like older machines, just
Oh
barbells.
yeah.
I fuck with that. Like
Two
that's got to be aesthetically pleasing.
There's two squat racks. Um, a squat rack that's kind of like a Smith machine kind of thing. Like it's like the
Mhm.
assisted one, you know.
Okay.
And there's a leg press machine. They just added the like the hip one. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like what you were talking. I haven't used that thing. Uh, I've never done that.
that thing's so nice. That's one of my favorites.
Yeah.
Just because I think like 20% of all the hockey games I played as a kid, I had like a strained groin, and that thing just bulletproof groins with that.
Mm, believe
A
it.
strained groin
Yeah, like
where it just
pulled.
hurt all the time.
Yeah, where it's like because like you're on ice, like
Yeah, yeah.
your leg to get pulled out a little far.
Dude, I've only pulled my groin like twice, and the first time I did it, dude, I felt the biggest pop, and dude, for like 2 weeks, that shit was sore.
That's rough.
I believe it.
And then I think the second time was probably at football. Like I know it's only happened, it's barely happened when I pulled my shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I can't. I've had a lot of concussions. That's probably the worst of it.
Definitely is the worst of it.
But like I've never tore. I broke like two fingers and like this part of my hand. I was in like a like a stent kind of splint, whatever it is,
Okay.
and for like 2 weeks, and I took it and I was fine.
Nice.
But it happened in a football game. It was on the opening kickoff. I made the tackle, but it was a face mask, and my hand got stuck in the face mask, and it
I
like and yo
Jeez.
this shit and my finger. I just thought my fingers were jammed. So like the whole game, like I'm pulling at it, dude. Like because I've had a jammed
Oh.
finger before, and that's what it felt like.
Yeah.
And usually when I fuck around with it and start pulling on it, like it feels better. It didn't. Like for some reason, it just wasn't feeling better. I was getting so at halftime. I remember seeing their trainer. And I'm like, dude, something's wrong here. He goes, oh yeah, you're fine. Like, go back in the game.
He did
Like
not give a fuck about
no, not
y'all.
at all. Not at all. My mom was pissed about that because she saw me go to the trainer and she saw him like kind of like blow me off.
Yeah.
And I'm like, all right,
Because
it's
you
just changed.
so wait, you guys didn't have a trainer that went with you? The games?
Dude,
Oh,
this nah, this was freshman football, and dude,
Oh.
at that time, dude, we were like the outcasts of banger football. We had a solid, like we averaged from 12 to 13. It was always wavering. Yeah, we
Dang.
traveled, and you need 11 to play. We had 12 to 13 each week. The most we ever
Holy
had was
crap.
15. The most we ever had was 15. But dude, that's how it was for our JV team this year. Like, dude, like we had 14 kids. It brought me back to my freshman year. Like, it was crazy.
So everyone's playing both sides of the field, pretty
You
much.
have to.
Yeah.
Dude, there was a point in time where I would look at our sideline, that if we had more than 3 kids on the sideline, there's something wrong here. And if we had less than 3, like there's too many kids on it was actually nice, but on the outside looking in, like it's not a good look.
Definitely not.
Dude, if a kid gets hurt, you're in a tough spot because the kids on the sideline suck. Like those are the kids.
There's a reason they're on the sideline.
Yeah, but
jeez, that sounds kind of rough.
and dude, we would have to travel like 2 hours and bring 14 kids.
Jeez.
And we would get killed 50 to 3. And there were some rough weeks this year. There were some rough weeks, but
see, I thought my shit was bad. That's way worse. Like when I'd go to a game and we'd only have like 2 subs and we'd be playing like multiple games that day. That's when I'd be very upset. But that sounds infinitely worse because I couldn't imagine having to play defense on top of playing offense.
But like, dude, now I guess apparently there's not a whole lot of kids playing football, and it blows my mind because when we ended, there was like we had a meeting in the locker room because our head coach resigned and all that. He did his goodbyes, whatever, which I'm fucking pissed about. Anyway, he like made a point to like talk to your friends, get kids that want to play football or that should be playing football out here. And dude, when I was playing, like we never, besides the freshman team, like we never had that. Everyone wanted to play football.
Yeah.
And if you didn't play football, you were just a bitch. Kind of thing. But
that's good old Pennsylvania right there.
But dude, there's just one team that we scrimmaged against. We got there, dude. It literally looked like they had an army. Like 60 to 70 kids, and we're bringing in, I think we brought like 30.
Holy crap.
Dude, it's some schools, dude, they got some kids.
Yeah, seriously. They got every kid, it sounds like. My God.
But yeah, my last hard workout, I guess, was when I did the 6 plates on the leg press.
Nice.
And then that day I did arms. That was a good pump. And then 3 miles on the treadmill.
That's pretty sick.
And I'm not walking backwards.
God damn it. What's up, Zach?
Workout. Jess?
Huh?
Pre-workout?
No. Not good for you.
You don't take any?
No.
Logan?
Well, yeah. I'll do.
How often?
I'll do it pretty consistently. Not so during the work week, no, because I have a energy drink at lunchtime, and I don't want to like. I realized like I would try doing pre-workout when I came home like 4 hours later, and it would amp me up way too much, and like I'd be up until 2:00 in the morning just from doing it like that, just because it was just an overflow of how much. But on the weekends, I'll do either a rain or I'll do a Gatorade has those quick twitches, which are like 200 milligrams. I think I showed y'all when you were here the last time. I'll do those, but my main one that I'll do if I don't feel like going to the store is Lit. I have that Lit pre-workout. You ever heard of it? It's like 250 milligrams of caffeine. And I don't exactly recommend it because if you do a full scoop of it, you're going to be sweating out of every orifice and you're going to itch a little bit. Like you get the itches from it. Like I'll be, my back will start kind of itching a little bit. Like everywhere you sweat, it starts to itch.
I don't like that.
It's
Is that
intense.
is that the BCAAs that does that? Do you know?
I don't know because I'm not sure how many BCAAs are in that one. BCAA, there's
There's a
specific pre-workouts.
it's a chemical. There's a or I guess not a chemical, maybe a chemical. But
Compound maybe.
there is an ingredient in there that makes your skin crawl. It's called something. I just don't know what it is.
I don't know what it
I
is.
just know if it has that ingredient in it, it's gonna make your skin crawl.
Okay. Wish I knew what it was.
Yeah.
Because I'd try to avoid that.
I took I took some Sunday before that leg workout. I took Optimum Nutrition Mino Energy,
Okay.
and I feel like it did give me more endurance throughout the workout, but afterwards I did not feel like a half hour after I did not feel sore. And I didn't like that.
Oh, that's weird.
I don't
Do
think
you think
that's
it?
I don't think that has anything to do with the pre-workout. I think you just weren't working
I
hard
went
enough.
I went like I should have felt sore. I thought
Or maybe
Mm,
you need to switch up the workout.
maybe.
Because your body's gonna get used to the workouts
yeah,
that you're
you
doing.
gotta trick the muscles sometimes.
I thought for sure like I thought for sure I was like cuz like I feel like the soreness the day or two after on whatever muscle group that you hit, it's like tells you how good you did.
You know what it could be also? I just thought of this. You could have been pumping the iron really hard, but the quality of your rep may have been down because you were so amped up and you were doing it in a certain way that wasn't, you weren't getting like the quality reps you could have been getting. So that might have been why you maybe, because I've had that happen before. Like I go hard on a workout and I don't really feel it the next day. But once I started slowing down and really doing it, like I consistently, I don't feel sore every day, but I consistently like I feel what I just did.
Yeah.
So it could have been that.
I don't know. I didn't like it though. And
How much caffeine is there? Any caffeine advertised on it?
yeah, I think there's like 100 milligrams per scoop, and
100 is not bad.
I
That's
felt it
I feel
though.
that's a lot.
100. You think 100? You
And
feel like
think
100 is a
I
lot?
only did like a little bit of water, so like you're getting 100 milligrams like quick, not like you're sipping on a cup of coffee or something.
Yeah,
Yeah, but how much is in a cup of coffee?
it's like 60.
I don't know.
It ranges between like I think normally it's like 60 milligrams. Pretty sure. Because as humans, you're not supposed to consume more than 450 milligrams of caffeine per day. So when I do those energy drinks, like that's the only one I do.
I'm definitely gonna use it pre-workout tomorrow though.
You definitely should. I mean, you got
I'm
shit.
probably gonna do 2 scoops.
2 scoops. Make
'Cause I
sure
got
you
no
drink some water
real well.
during the workout, and definitely try and get some in beforehand too.
Just gonna wake up, eat something probably not too big, probably oatmeal and pre-workout, and I'll get some electrolyte mix in, and then I'm gonna go hard with full body workout. Nothing safe.
What are you gonna start with?
Squats or
Squat.
bench.
Start with the barbell. You
Yeah.
can only go up from there.
Like not messing around.
Yeah.
I preferably squats. I really want to get on. I want to try out the water leg stance with the open hips.
That's a good call.
kill that. I know it. I'm so excited.
You doing that tomorrow?
Yeah.
And you can go during the day, so there's not going to be like a crowd. That's pretty sick.
So like, dude, I'm gonna be able to hit that and bench. Nobody's gonna be there. It's gonna be nice. It's gonna be a good day. I'm excited.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
I would be too.
like get on pre-workout. And since there's not gonna be anybody there, I usually don't wear earbuds so I can like talk to people.
You're a psycho, dude.
But tomorrow I'll probably take some earbuds.
I believe it. I realized I when I go to gyms, like the earbuds are sometimes necessary, but I feel like I only really need them if I'm like kind of fried going to the gym. Cause then I don't really, yeah. Cause then like I don't really want to talk to anybody, but like I can get in the zone real quick.
Yeah.
Just I used to. It was my secret formula was like a half scoop of pre when I was at my parents' house, a half scoop of pre workout, and I'd rip a one hitter in my car in the YMCA parking lot before I walk in, and I'd have my headphones on unless I knew someone I really wouldn't talk to anybody, and I would just go about my business,
Chilling.
chilling,
Chilling. Big chilling. Top.
big dude. That was the shit, and there'd
Sidebar.
be yes.
Sidebar. Do you know who Tyrese Maxey is?
Yeah.
Who's that? Is he a Sixer?
He's a Sixer starting shooting guard.
Will he get 6 assists tonight?
Who we play?
Cavaliers.
What time does the game start? 10?
It's we're in the third quarter.
It's in the third quarter?
With 2:28 remaining.
Oh, so you're doing a live bet?
Oh no, I put this bet in earlier.
Oh, what's he at?
3.
I think so. Unless Embiid's having an off night.
He's got 17 points. I need him to get 25.
And he says the third quarter?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he'll get to it. Few logs.
Who's Darius Garland? You know him?
He's the point guard from the Cavs.
I need him to score 4 more points.
What was your bet for?
25.
Oh, so he's at 21?
Yeah. So I need Embiid to score fucking 8 more points. I think he can do that, right?
I think so. You're asking for a monster fourth quarter, though, from everybody.
How many minutes are in the fourth quarter?
12 minutes, but that's a lot of action to happen. Like
3 assists. That's 3. Dude, it's buckets, dude. Come on.
It's 12 quarters.
What?
It's 12-minute quarters.
Yeah.
What?
Unless I'm stupid, but I'm pretty sure it is. I know it is 12 minutes.
Why? No, dude, that's ridiculous.
How many minutes per quarter?
That up.
12 minutes.
What?
Yep.
I got 8-minute game.
And a what?
48-minute game.
Yep. Not including halftime, timeouts, all the like challenges, fouls.
Are you comparing it to hockey right now?
So honestly, I think a basketball game really only needs to be about 12 minutes long. You could just skip the first 3 quarters and play just the last quarter, and the same thing will fucking happen.
No, it won't. It literally won't. Some guys need more than 1 quarter to get going. There's guys.
Then they don't belong.
Oh my Christ. There's one ball. Not everyone's going to have 20 points by the end of the first.
Why do they need to have 20? If the game's 12 minutes long, they only need like 4 6.
No, depending on who they're playing. Points
Well,
win a basketball game. You can't bet the under for that.
I'm talking 12-minute games.
Be pointless. Make it the worst sport in the world.
Yo, isn't that kind of how like the 3-on-3 Ice Cubes League is? I don't think they have very long quarters.
Well, they
Talking game.
they play to a certain number. I think that's the other thing.
That's just as good. That'd be cool.
Yo, I've watched a
But
couple of
it's
those
3-on-3.
games.
3. It's not fives full court.
Yeah,
3-on-3 half court.
All
yo,
right.
they've had some pretty good games. I've watched a couple of them.
Oh, they're good. Yeah,
Who's that?
they've gotten a lot of ex NBA players, former college hoopers. He's done a great job.
Kind of along the same line. PFL just bought Bellator.
Saw that.
I
That's
did see that.
And there's like 280 fighters hopping over.
yeah, they're in that. So that's pretty big news. I think that's gonna be a competitor to UFC now.
I think so too. I mean, one isn't too far off, but like they're still losing money, so they're still figuring out their business model. One is, but Bellator and PFL, like that combination, I think has a chance to actually do something.
And I think like Bellator PFL is more MMA based than one.
Mm,
More like Muay Thai.
yeah,
They're more Muay Thai centered.
that's true. What Bellator? You're
No,
saying?
one.
Oh, one. Oh, yeah. One is like almost completely built around. Well, they're built around Muay Thai, but their grappling matches are also like they got some crazy
That's
guys over there too. That's what I think. The UFC, if they want to stay competitive, depending on how this goes with Bellator or PFL, they should try and bring like kickbox like a. You don't think so?
No, why? Okay,
Not just they'll have two cards. Like
I'm still over. I'm not over the fact of you saying if the UFC wants to be competitive, they don't need to be competitive. They are literally they. That's it. No one
but
cares.
that's why I said depending on how it goes. Like if they do make the mark to become a competitor, then the UFC might need to consider making those changes.
well, I
But
think what's very interesting is like
What changes?
PFL's scoring system is like if you get a knockout or submission and a finish in the first round, you get more points towards your season. So like they have seasons, I guess. This is why there's a championship going on this week. I really don't know too much about it, but this is what I'm getting.
Mhm.
You get more points for first round finish, less points for second round finish, and then less points for a third round finish. So like they have a more incentive to get the earlier finishes, which is kind of sweet.
yeah,
Kind of sweet.
they're it's encouraging guys to go out there and blitz.
One weird
Which
thing I saw though, I watched like one of their free fights on YouTube, and they had this one fight that went 3 rounds, or it went into the third round, ended in the third round. But after the second round, the one fighter lost because it made it to the third round. The one fighter got eliminated from the playoffs, and the other fighter, it didn't matter who won at this point. The other fighter automatically got into the playoffs just
oh
from getting
fuck.
past the second round. So the guy that got knocked out or that got eliminated from the playoffs could have won that fight, and still the other guy would have advanced in the season.
It's also encouraging people to be interesting.
Dude,
Like you got to go out there and throw some shit.
it's very interesting. It'll be cool.
But then like it also but it also while it's cool it also kind of negates like people's style. Like if you take some UFC fighters, if you were to institute that scoring system, like yeah, like Nate would never get a title shot ever.
I agree with that.
He's never gotten a title shot to begin with.
Really?
No.
Yeah, he hasn't held a belt. I believe you, but I thought I've seen him hold.
And I have my whole theory behind that, but
even when he beat Connor the one time, that wasn't for a belt.
Connor wasn't champ.
Oh. Huh.
Connor was not champ.
Well, that's definitely the whatever gripe Dana had against him and his brother, probably. Well, I mean, they did Nick dirty. Nick was probably no, I'm not gonna say Nick was more deserving than Nate, but like he was like that guy. I don't did he must he I think no, I think he might have fought Pierre Saint Pierre for the belt, but Pierre kicked his ass.
Yeah.
I think because
I just
Pierre
know I know Pierre kicked his ass. Yeah. I don't know if it was for the belt.
yeah, I only think it was just because GSP held it for a while, right?
Forever, yeah.
Because then there was like a big deal when he just gave it up pretty much. He didn't like fight to lose it.
And he just retired.
Yeah.
Flexing,
So
dude. He didn't want to go out with a lose, dude.
Yuri Prohaska fight.
yo, I
Which
didn't see
fight?
that coming.
Alex Pereira, Yuri Prohaska, last pay per view.
Yeah.
I
was
I kind of felt
surprised.
bad because
I
I
did
like
not.
Yuri.
They're both psychopaths.
That's why I like him.
Uh,
Like the modern day.
dude, like he's like was it Bisping maybe that did the interview, or maybe it was Joe asked him if he was like knocked out because it kind of looked like it might have been an early finish, and Yuri was like, I was definitely out. He's like, I looked like I
Dude,
was playing
so
out.
100% he
God.
was out because he was going up and then he literally just like collapsed back down, and that's what the ref saw, and then he stopped it. Because
Yeah,
if he was getting up, why not finish that?
but it was a championship fight, and
You
like
get up. You
you've
get up.
seen that before where refs like you've seen that not ended. You've seen refs let that go.
I've seen it.
And in a championship fight, maybe let that go a little bit. I don't know.
Yeah.
He said he was out. It was fine. I'm not
Mhm.
mad with it, but it
Cause
was.
he
I really Yuri took that like a champ, and I gained a lot of respect for him.
Because, dude, at
definitely
the end
did.
of the day, it
Can't-
is. It's. I mean, I mean, I don't know how I'd probably be pissed, but
He's won a fight in the same way though, opposite. Like the ref let him keep it going and he was on top of the guy unconscious, but because he was on top of the guy, he had the guy's arms pinned and it gave him like 3 to 5 seconds to like actually recover while the guy was trying to get him off. Remember, I don't know who he was fighting, but I remember he was doing like a standing ground and pound. He had the guy on his back and the guy gave him a heel right to the face and he just dropped like fell like dead weight right on top of the guy.
Yuri fell.
Yuri fell and the ref let it keep going and he recovered and I think either choked the guy out or no, he recovered. They ended up getting stood up. He did a spinning elbow and knocked the guy
That was
out.
Dominic Reyes, I think.
Yep. So it's like
no. My
take
thing
it
is,
and you leave it.
my
Like
thing is that there is 0 point. I mean, maybe as soon as it happens and you're actually like aware, like there's no point of arguing with the ref because the decision's already made. Then you just look like an asshole.
oh yeah, they're not going to go back on their decision.
It's like even in football, I don't understand why you argue with refs
Well, there was
because
one earlier in that card that the guy was in a submission, and he didn't tap, and the ref called it because he thought he was unconscious, and the guy might not have been unconscious, and it was pretty big controversy. The guy who won said he
of
didn't.
course he's gonna say that.
He was saying he said if it like turns out that it was no contest, he still wants his winnings, his win money, because like it's not his fault that the ref fucked up.
Oh, absolutely.
So like
So,
he made a pretty good. I was impressed because like right after post fight, he made a very good defense of why he should still be paid his winnings. I was like, damn, all right, man was a
yeah.
lawyer.
Dude, definitely. I mean, the ref called it. You're supposed to obey and listen to the refs at all times.
He
Like,
said the New Mexico State Athletic Commission was going to review it, and
mm,
I don't know what happened after that.
that's interesting.
It was pretty.
Let's. It's not. There was like the Johnny Walker fight was weird too, but I think Johnny's just like kind of dumb and he just gave a sarcastic answer. Not like a sarcastic answer, but
You
it
said
was
he was in
almost
the. You said he was in the desert.
yeah, he said he was in the desert.
I don't remember this. Who was this against?
Johnny Walker,
It was
he
a couple
got
weekends ago.
yeah, he got starched and no, do you remember what the
Yeah,
sequence was?
he was getting lit up, and then I think it was the end of the round, and then the doctors checked on him, and then I think that's when they asked, "Where are you?" And he said the desert, and then the doctors called it off because he didn't think he knew where they because the doctors or whoever asked him was looking for a specific. They're probably looking for the arena, like the arena name or
Hmm.
whatever. But he said the desert.
Or Dubai, just the name Dubai. But yeah, that
Right.
sucked. And it's like you can see why like and like it sucks because he seems like such a goofy person that like that was probably a very real answer that he gave. He's like,
That's
oh,
all
I'm in the
I'm saying. He was
fucking
right. Yeah, he was right. He wasn't.
yeah.
Well, dude, nowadays you can't play around because, of course, the fighter is going to say, like, you're not gonna want. He's not gonna want to come out. You know what I mean?
Because of
Like,
Chris Benoit.
huh?
Because of Chris Benoit.
That's
I feel
different.
like
That's different.
I f-
That's for another pod, dude.
yeah.
Because I'll get into that, dude. I still think there's a big conspiracy theory, but at the end of the day, he murdered his kids and his wife. But
Jesus
there is a
Christ.
conspiracy theory that can be
It's
played,
worth an episode to dive into.
played around with. Yeah, dude, you can. All you need to do is watch The Dark Side of the Ring, which I know both of you are not going to do. But for the people listening, Dark Side of the Ring on YouTube, dude, there are some wild stories in the history of wrestling.
History of wrestling.
A good one that I will recommend is the plane ride from hell. Everyone on that plane probably should have been arrested.
I've seen that one.
They
Jesus
probably
Christ.
should have been arrested.
Now that's crazy. But we can spend a episode.
Oh, we can.
I'll watch
We
it.
can. We can. We can spend an episode on that.
WrestleMania.
Huh?
Oh, dude, that's not until like March or April. Survivor Series is on Saturday, and Randy Orton making his big return.
Holy shit.
Yeah,
RKO.
dude, he hasn't. It's been 2 years. The last time I saw him live. I think 2 years ago. And that was the last time he was on TV.
Dang.
I got a nice ending segment.
Huh?
We do.
Yeah.
Something we've been discussing these
Oh,
last couple weeks.
I want to do that.
Well, what do you want to do?
I was gonna say these guys see any good movies lately. But I know what you're talking about.
Well, we're on the topic.
We were, and now it's kind of late. We'd have to circle back around to it.
Oof.
Is this
All
the
right.
entrepreneurial thing?
This is the entrepreneurial thing.
Oh,
All right,
that's
so
how I thought it
before we get into this, there was no conversation with me about this. This is all that I learned recently. So I have no input with this whatsoever. I
Yes,
have my
you do.
thoughts. I have my thoughts.
Back to
But-
movies. Anybody seen any good movies lately? I saw one last night. Christopher Walken, Leonardo DiCaprio, and Catch Me If You Can.
That's
Yeah.
a good one.
Yeah.
That was fire. That was
Yep.
fire.
Yeah, never mind. Oh,
You gotta
Um,
fold it. You
that is
gotta fold it.
that is a good movie.
Dude, we watched that. I watched that in high school. I think my teacher put that on for one of our movie because she was teaching us about. We were learning about like people who like how people scam. Like I think we were learning about like Bernie Madoff and like people like that. And we watched the Bernie Madoff movie, but we also watched Catch Me If You Can, where he was bouncing fake checks.
Dude, I didn't hear about that movie until I watched this docu-series on Netflix called Don't Fuck with Cats. It was about this he was a serial killer.
Yeah,
A real creepy one, dude. He was weird. He was
I've
weird.
heard stories about it.
But his whole like he was trying to and he did well at evading the police for a while. And he was kind of like basing it off that movie. Like that's how he was trying to get away. Is
Really?
off that movie. Yeah, that's how I found out about it.
Oh.
Holy shit.
I don't
I'm
recommend it.
not
I
gonna lie.
mean, it is a wild story, but it's cringy. Uh,
Hmm.
but once you watch the first episode, you kind of you get sucked in, and you just want to find out how this shit ends. Well, I don't recommend it because
Don't recommend it because it's weird.
I do, but I don't kind of thing.
I getcha.
Like if you don't want to watch it, I'm not gonna argue with that kind of thing. But if you do, like, then we can talk about it.
I watch I haven't watched I don't know, I don't think I'm gonna watch
The
it.
Dahmer one.
No, I tuned out of that. I watched like 2 episodes of that and I was like, this is gross. Um no, I watched a real good one that I actually think both of you would like. There's a docu-series about John Gotti on Netflix right now that just came out
Oh
recently.
yeah, I saw
Get
that.
Gotti, and it's really good. Like it goes details how the mob boss Paul Castellano, I think was his name, how John Gotti whacked him because he was basically going to kill John, killed him and his partner, basically took over the empire after that, ran it in the public eye, and beat all these cases. He was like almost uncatchable, and it details the story of the FBI, another federal investigation bureau, and a private bureau that were all trying to get him at the same time. They all weren't really working together, so they all built separate cases against him. And the series talks about all those cases and basically what happens at the end. But it's very good. You get to see how his empire worked. They bring on former associates like to talk about it. It's really cool.
Sound pretty good.
Yeah, it's a 4 part series, so there's 4 episodes, but it's on Netflix.
You texted me earlier
I'd highly recommend.
some Catholic Church conspiracy you had. Not even conspiracy.
Yeah, not really, because I guess it is kind of a conspiracy to a degree because it's like it's unproven. And I looked at the comments under the video that were saying no, because X, Y, and Z was happening at the time.
Not
So I don't, huh?
percent on board with it either.
It's like it seems like it makes too much sense, but I bet there's like a little, you know what I mean? I bet there's a little truth to it because
Explanation. It's just like, yeah, but there's a lot else going on. And
it's.
well, why I brought that up is there's a
Well,
documentary.
I think we should talk. Well, first, because we just mentioned it, I think I should mention what we were discussing real quick, um, just so the people at home don't get confused.
And me, because I have no idea. What
Yeah,
you guys are
Jesse
talking
has no
about.
idea. So there was a theory I watched about why the Catholic Church kind of turned dark after I can't, I'm not going to get the dates right, but just say the date where around where the bubonic plague happened. They were saying the church got dark because originally the only people that could be involved in the church were people who could read, write, and basically interpret texts. So that was a whole upper echelon of people that were able to read at the time. So you had that, and then you had to get selected. So there was like a really grueling process to get into the church. But during the bubonic plague, their people claimed that about 90% of priests died in the plague because they would have to give the last rite to every person who was dying. So they were around more plague victims than anybody else. So that's why a lot of them died off. And they're saying
Should have worn a mask.
coulda, shoulda.
Should have wore a mask.
But after all these people, these priests died off, like they're saying, the restrictions became a lot thinner, and they started letting.
I just found the video.
Did you?
Joe Rogan, Jimmy Carr, why the Catholic Church became corrupt and degenerate.
Yes, that's the video I saw. But he just made it like the way he said it. I'm like, all right, that connects some dots. But at the end of the day, like the plague did kill most of Europe, but like I'm sure there were some places that were virtually unaffected by it. So I don't know if it completely correlates.
There's this
But
documentary by CNN actually on HBO Max called "The Pope, the Most Powerful Man in History," and
mhm.
it's like from the start of the Catholic Church all the way to now, and the history of all the popes. Dude, it's badass.
Really,
I recommend. Like, I'm probably gonna rewatch it again. It's really good.
do they talk about where all the spoils and riches of Rome are?
No, they just talk about like
Of
just
course, they don't.
well that's they don't they're just talking about the popes.
Exactly, because they don't want to talk about what all the shit that goes
Talk
on
about
at the
dirty
Vatican.
shit. They talk about dirty shit.
They do? I'm surprised they didn't mention that then.
Popes in the Catholic Church, you got to talk about some dirty shit, dude.
It's kind of unavoidable.
Exactly. Even if it is by CNN.
Yeah.
A
But
documentary about a documentary by propagandists about the original propagandists.
literally, dude, you should look into what happened to all the gold and riches from the Roman Empire and the following empires. It's allegedly all at the Vatican, all being stored in the catacombs under the Vatican. All these pieces of history, everything is all. And Vatican is a city state, so no other place has legal jurisdiction to go in, and that's why it's like a safe ground for like excommunicated priests and bishops and all these like higher up leaders of the church. It's like the shroud surrounding the Vatican is kind of sketchy.
Trying to take a trip.
It could be down.
Trying to plan a little GTA heist on the Vatican.
Yeah. Dude, I don't know if we could pull it off. That'd be a place I'd
Ocean's 11, that bitch.
Never seen that. Not
Great.
a big heist movie again.
Dude, those movies are good. The first three, the one I haven't seen the newest one and don't really plan to, but the first three are good.
This is gonna sound cringy. I loved heist movies until I saw this episode. Like I loved all the Ocean 11, 10 movies, but then I saw this episode of Rick and Morty, and the whole episode was making fun of heist. So you guys should watch it. It's actually kind of funny. But they make fun of heist for the entire movie, and he's like, "All right, Randotron, I want you to throw." It's like the whole set. They're trying to set up a heist. He's like, "I want you to throw in one double cross, one betrayal, and a second double cross that no one saw coming," or something. It just like they did it so much the entire episode. I was like, oh, this is really what a heist movie is.
Movies.
Nah, dude, you want to see a heist movie? No one's had bigger problems than Memphis. Memphis Reigns. That man had to steal 50 cars in 72 hours. All right, dude. The shit that he had to pull off.
I need 50 cars in 4 days.
3 days. It's 3 days.
God.
Dude, that movie's so badass.
I watched it. I think I watched it yesterday.
Fuck.
Do I look like an asshole?
What's that?
An hour and a half episode.
It's an hour and a half episode. Is that your cue that you're checking out?
Well, I think honestly it might run.
It's only been like an hour, a little over an hour.
We have an hour time frame that we kind of got to stick to, so we can keep shit moving.
Maybe we keep it under 2. I think that's a good goal.
If we're gonna start at 8 o'clock,
Yeah, but we don't start. Yeah, we were on FaceTime for like 20 minutes.
right? So
So we
I
really
need
didn't start this until closer to 8:30.
Yeah.
9:45.
I know, I know, I know, I know. All right, so since
Oh,
that's the hard out,
no, I'm cutting this whole part out, but let's just do our we'll do our exit.
I'm cutting this whole part out.
Yeah. Well, thank you everyone for listening. Tune in at some point whenever we can get the next couple episodes uploaded. Sunday exception, exclusively on YouTube. Signing out. Thanks for watching.